Safety is definitely the key thing.
Enthusiasm.
It takes a great deal of artistic vision.
Repetition.
Dedication.
Determination.
Collaboration.
Collaboration. Anticipation.
Attitude.
Patience. Every season is different. 4 different shows, you know, with new casts every summer, different groups of young artists, different production staff, different designers. Every season has its own flavor, and this season it's a very exciting one.
Number-wise, I have to say, it gets scary when you start to just think about the numbers themselves. For, say, Carmen, there's probably around 100 costumes, and for, say, Medea, we have about, I think it's around 40 costumes, some of which are being built in-house, some of which are being built out-of-house. Medea is the one show this season that the entire production is being built or bought from scratch. So before we get here, we talk about the designs, we go over the designs, we get to see them. But then when you get here and the staff start showing up, that's when it gets really exciting, because you get to see it start coming to life and becoming 3D and seeing it come together.
The first thing that we do is we head wrap everybody in the cast. So we wrap their head in saran wrap, and then we wrap it in tape, and we trace their hairline. And that way we can drape the foundation of the new wig on it, or we can take an existing wig and we can alter it so that it's custom fit to that person. Then we start building the wigs, and in order to do that, we stretch this very fine lace, like across their hairline, and then we tie hair one at a time into that lace, very similar to latch hooking.
Well, we start every morning by stretching to make sure that everybody's limbered up and avoid accidents. At the beginning of the year, the crew does the best they can to changing the scenery over, and we start to put together what's called a changeover sheet. And that is a detailed list that gives tasks person by person. So everybody, when they come in, they know exactly what they're doing. They can do it in the safest manner possible and in the quickest manner possible. So you're looking at maybe a 3-hour changeover time to get from one show to the next show, which is difficult because you actually have to get that done quickly so the electricians can focus the show.
The main purpose of a lighting director is to coordinate the lighting designers so that the lighting you see on the 5th or 7th performance looks like it did on opening night, despite the fact that we've gone through the other 3 operas. Our rep plot this year is a little over 400 units. This year we've gone to using more moving lights than we have in the past. We've got Medea, which is kind of a traditional take on opera, and then we've got Annie Get Your Gun, which is a musical. And lighting-wise, those are wildly different styles and require different equipment and different aesthetics. And trying to fold all of those into one light plot is always a big challenge.
No, we've had a lot of challenges already this season, whether it be how we just facilitate the rep season, how we work with lighting on how to facilitate schedules, and the amount of masks that we have to store when the other 3 are not on stage. Challenges are what we do for a living. People always have requests or ideas or thoughts that are creatively inspired, and then we always have to try to make them a reality. And so everything that we do, I mean, just moving a 23-foot tall wall from here to on stage and rep is a challenge, and what we do to solve those problems and challenges is something that we do every day, and that's what sort of makes our job so cool.
It's our job to make sure that the backstage communication is working out. Our intercom system is part of our job. We have up to about 30 people who may need to be on intercom at any point during a show. That's stage managers, electricians, the sound guys, front of house, all of the stage crew. They all need to be able to talk to each other. So another part of our job is to do video monitoring for the performers, and so we will hide video monitors anywhere we can in the scenery so that if the performer is singing a big aria to somebody, they can look over that person's shoulder off into the wings and see what the maestro is doing, rather than constantly looking over their shoulder into the orchestra pit to determine where they are in the music. All of us backstage, if we do our jobs absolutely perfectly, nobody ever knows we exist. We're all striving for anonymity. It's when somebody has to run on stage to fix something, then that's a bad day. If we're in the limelight, something's wrong. And I like doing everything I can to give the performers on stage the ability to wow an audience.